Hey, Nia, good morning.
Morning.
Um, is there something during the break that you worked on that you're reaping the benefits from here in the second half?
Um, no, I think we kept it pretty consistent with what we were working on kind of the whole season with Coach Money. Just reading different options, getting a lot of shots, just more. It was more like chemistry and cohesion and stuff like that when we were working over the break. But I think I've just been able to kind of develop even more after that break since we had so long and just kind of implement it and just be a little bit more aggressive with it.
I know you've played there a bunch. You've been back home a bunch. But is there one thing that you have to do every time you go back?
Oh, like to Minneapolis?
Yeah.
I mean, I always see like family and friends, but that's about it.
No, like special places to eat or anything like that.
No, not really.
Okay. And then last one from uh from the last meeting right before the break. Um, what are some things that maybe carry over or that you take away from that game that you're going to have to do better tonight as a team?
Yeah. I mean, we weren't really playing like us, we kind of let them dictate the game and like the pace and the physicality and all that stuff. So we just need to make sure that we're staying true to our principles no matter what's happening and just stay together and just continue to play hard.
Miriam Swanson, LA Daily News.
Hey, Nia. Yeah, I want to ask a Minnesota question for you. How many fans fans and friends and family do you typically have at a game like when you come home?
I don't know a number, but a lot of my family and friends and even like acquaintances and stuff like that, people that I've kind of saw me grow up and play basketball, they always like come out and support. And even with Z, it's really cool to see like her supporters here too in Bantam and just see all like the Minnesota supporters. So it's really cool.
Right on. Is that like, what's that like playing in front of like a supportive audience like that?
I mean, it's just really amazing. I'm really blessed to have so many supporters in almost every city that we play. So it's really cool just to, have that connection coming back here.
Duke Ninoan, LA Times.
Hi, Nia. Just to follow up on something you're talking to Rashawn about when you said that you kind of let them dictate the pace the last game. Why do you think that was? Was it kind of just this is a long road trip and you're kind of clawing your way to the end a little bit?
Like our last Minnesota game right before the Olympic break?
Oh, the game that you were mentioning to Rashawn that you let the other team dictate.
So he was talking about the last Minnesota game right before the Olympic break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we just have to be aggressive and like there's like no excuses or anything. So we just have to always be ready just to be aggressive and just kind of be the first person to set the pace instead of just responding.
So for this road trip, I mean, this is the last game, it's a long one. How are you guys feeling just mentally and physically? Are you excited to get done and get home after this?
I mean, before like looking at this road trip, like, yeah, it seemed kind of hard, but actually being on it, even though we haven't gotten the results that we wanted, we've had really great responses to some performances and stuck together, even with injuries, even with things didn't go our way for games and stuff. But honestly, I take it one day at a time, and I personally feel ready. I'm not thinking about like going home or getting back. Like we have a game tonight, and that's what I'm focusing on.
Chris Camello, Nightcast Media.
Good morning, Nia. Thanks for taking the time. You've been one of the bright spots on this road trip, and one of the things I've been impressed with is embracing that sixth woman role coming up off the bench and really giving this team a spark. How have you embraced that role, and what goes into that?
Yeah, honestly, I really try to, no matter what the role is and no matter like what my performance is or whatever. Like I always try to do whatever is needed. So, you know, when we were down, players moved to the starting lineup. Now that we're back, I'm back off coming off the bench. Like I could honestly, like, I don't care about that. Like the goal is to win. It's not like for my personal whatever. Like I'm trying to do what's best for the team, and just being grateful that like I do have an opportunity to still provide and help this team as much as possible. So I'm just trying to focus on whatever that role is for the day and doing it to the best of my abilities.
Last one for this morning will go to Gabby Ducharme with LASparks.com.
Hey Nia, good morning. Thank you so much for taking the time. I just wanted to ask, you've scored like 67 points on the road trip. You're shooting 56% from the field, 52% from behind the 3-point line. How has it felt to be just basically one of the hottest shooters during this stretch over the last 5 games? You're one of the hottest shooters in the league. How has that felt?
I personally didn't know those things, but honestly, I'm just trying to do what I can, and just be aggressive. And I told my coaches that, like, I mean, I think it was kind of due to some fatigue, but I felt like I wasn't as aggressive. So I just want to make sure that I can be of value, of help on both ends of the floor. And, you know, very thankful for the break, very thankful to have Nneka and Shanae and, you know, all of our people back. So I'm just trying to do whatever, honestly, and just be aggressive and just be helpful.
Thank you, Nia.
Thank you.